Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today I'm here with another video for y'all. And basically, before we get into it, we're gonna keep it very simple today. Just a reselling video. Y'all been asking me some questions about how to resell your shoes right now, kind of get them out if you're really just trying to get rid of some. Because I know some of y'all are like, hey, I've struggled with some of selling my shoes, but I don't really know what to do. What do I do to kind of get up off my feet and kind of sell shoes right now? And I'll kind of show you what I'm doing, at least how I easily get my pairs out. I have no problem moving pairs right now, so I'll show you at least what I kind of do. It's a lot about promoting yourself, making people see your posts, stuff like that, and also just making sure that you're consistent with it. So we'll get into all of it again. You want to check my Instagram, any of that down below, feel free. And do not worry, the haircut is coming soon, probably today, actually, today or tomorrow. I want one of these days this week. I have plenty of time. It just, I need to do that since I haven't done that yet. And yeah, that's gonna get done, so don't worry. But obviously y'all probably don't care, so subscribe and like. I'll catch you on the next one. And yeah, we'll really just get started on this. And like goal, let's keep it simple. Let's say like 272, something random. I always try and make it random every video. So 272 likes. Let's see if we can do that. And here we go. Now my camera. Oh, word. Okay, I just had a package as a tracking update. Also have a pair of shoes coming today for the personal collection. I'm pretty happy about that. But all off topic, let's just kind of get started. So the first thing I want to discuss right now that is super essential and important with reselling shoes, and this is exactly what I'm doing. It's been saving me a lot of money. I've been making some good money lately, not to say anything, but this is what I've been doing recently, and this is why I heavily recommend only focus on Nike exclusive drops. And I'm not saying that makes it sound like just focus on Nike. Obviously go for the Adidas releases, different things like that, but only go for those releases that are truly exclusive. And what I mean by that is the ones that you kind of notice Nike is purposefully limiting right now. I actually have an example on my phone right here that I wanted to bring up. It's just kind of in front of me sitting here, but think about what Nike's doing with Jordan 4s right now, and then think about what they're doing with Nike Dunks. Two completely different angles. They notice the thing they can do with Jordan 4s, and they're going to do it eventually. What they're doing with Nike Dunks, trust me, they're going to do with 4s. What's happening basically is you notice how there's pretty much a different Nike Dunk every week. Some of you even see before drop 2, 3, 4 times in the sneakers app, and you'll see it again. You'll be like, dang, they're dropping this one again? Nike's really just trying to get the bag out of Nike Dunk lows right now. They don't give a living crap about resale, and obviously why would they? They don't make any money from shoes additionally reselling in an extra market. They don't get like any sort of fees or anything from that. So that's what I'm saying. Right now you need to focus on things like Jordan 4s, things that Nike barely drops. You notice how rarely they drop a Jordan 4. You think they don't do that on purpose? You think Nike doesn't see how hyped 4s are right now, and they're like, okay, we can just limit this a little bit to keep that hype there? I peep it. Trust me, it's very noticeable. But that's kind of the main thing I mentioned. Only focus on those pairs that Nike's really limiting right now. Don't focus on holding pairs like Dunk Lows that are really, really common and dropping every week. Only hold Dunk Lows and maybe like a Team Red Championship Purple, ones like that are kind of simple, kind of classic style of colorways that could definitely rise into the summer because they aren't going to drop again since they just restocked. So that's kind of a safer bet, you know what I mean? But that's kind of what I'm discussing right there. Just target the right stuff. That's really important right now. So for example, my next release I'm targeting for you all for reference right here, May 21st, we got the Jordan 4 Military Black coming out. That's my next big focus because I know that's the next Jordan 4. It's literally a panda Jordan 4. Gray toe box around it's beautiful. So just first thing I recommend, always sell to the right places. That's really important. Not sell to the right place, but only focus on holding kind of rare pairs right now. And that's why I'm saying, like, don't hold like 1, 2, 3 pairs of a shoe unless it's like a rarer shoe model, for example, like an $1,000 shoe, like a Travis Scott Fragment Low. Like, see, that's worth it to hold because it's like you can get like $1,500, $2,000 from one pair of shoes right now. Like, especially if you got it for retail, then yeah, of course, you can keep holding it if you want to, but that's kind of what I mean. Just understandable point, I think. 4s obviously are more limited, so it's a bigger focus right now. But that's what I'm saying. Focus on the pairs that aren't as common. It'll really benefit you right now. So second little tip I got right here, I'm just reading it off. So don't go for questionable drops. Now, what I mean by don't go for questionable drops is obviously still try for drops that are profitable. But if you're like, man, I'm not sure if I'll be able to sell this. Like, I think I'll be able to sell it, but it might take me a while. Then don't go for it. Honestly, if you don't believe in your ability to sell it, then don't try and sell it. That's just what it is. That's personally what I think. So really, that's my point of view that I'm taking. That's at least what I think when I see this. And this usually means like target bigger sizes. So for like certain drops that you're a little bit less certain on resale, target sizes 11 plus. This is usually the safest bet. Sizes like 11 and a half, 11, 12, 12 and a half, 13. Ones like that are bigger sizes that don't have as much stock usually, unless it's a 12. 12 sometimes do, but still, those sizes never break usually. Never. Always some profit behind them. So I just kind of want to recommend if you end up having to sell to like an app like Goat or StockX, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I don't like StockX. I don't like selling there. I really don't. But sometimes it happens. Sometimes we sell there. Don't recommend it though. Really, there's other platforms, and honestly, we're going to discuss some other methods in a second. I really recommend social media, using that to your advantage. That'll kind of be in like the bottom half of the video. But there's a lot of stuff really nowadays where you can really promote yourself and your resale page and all that. So I just recommend doing that, of course. I'll get into those details in a second, but second thing I want to mention, target the right sizes if it's a questionable drop and you're not sure about going for it. And if you don't believe in your ability to be able to sell it later down the line, don't get it. Simple. So another one, again, another tip right here, and this is really essential right now. This is a big tip, right? This is a big one. Don't hold stuff for long term right now. I mean, let's be real, guys. Everything, stuff's about to not go good. Let's be real. With the economy and everything, a lot of stuff's at all-time highs. And they're not going back down. They haven't been cooling off. Things have only been going up, and that it's just not good right now. I mean, you could pretty much notice it. I mean, with anything, your food prices, your gas prices, anything in the U.S., you pretty much notice that. So I'm not holding anything too long right now. I'm really getting the money while I can. I feel like that's kind of the reasonable approach to things right now. Is if you don't if it is a long-term hold, something like a Travis Scott low, something like that, fine. Keep holding it. That's up to you. But I'm thinking these things right now, like these Yeezy slides, right? These ones that commonly restock, like the pure colorway, green glow colorway, the suit colorway. Like those three ones tend to restock pretty often, along with the oak gray colorway. So seeing like items like that, those are one little quick 1-2 month holds where you can make a little extra $50-$100 on a pair from holding it, and then you sell it after the month and a half mark, things like that. Like I'm really not trying to hold my stuff long term unless it's something that I've really put long term money into, if you understand what I mean, like 5+ pairs, something like that. So another approach I'm taking, don't hold your stuff in too long. And if you're confused about how long to hold something, don't worry, stay tuned here on the channel. I can always give y'all advice. Do y'all ever want a specific type of video on a certain shoe or something like that? Just leave it in the comments, man. I take video suggestions. I always have. So yeah, just another thing I want to recommend right there is maybe focus on how long you're holding your shoes. Really don't try and hold stuff for longer than 6 months right now. That's my opinion. Unless, again, it's something like you put a lot of money into. I wouldn't recommend it. Like those Team Reds and Championship Purples that I have, those are probably going to be, like 6 months holds at max. I'm really going to try, and the next time I'm going to be selling a lot of shoes is going to be the end of this summer, and then also at Christmas time. Those are 2 points I'm really looking to sell a lot of stuff at next, because those are always good times, again, from before back to school, and then, of course, Christmas, I feel like it's fairly reasonable, when I say that. So another thing I want to recommend, the fourth thing I got right here, sorry, I'm just focused on my screen right here, but basically I just want to make sure I don't mess this up when I say it. So another thing right here that I want to mention, using social media to your advantage. Dude, I just figured out like a week and a half ago about YouTube Shorts, right? Where YouTube has its own little like TikTok platform, the little YouTube reels, so you can kind of scroll through like TikTok. I just realized that you can make those types of videos on YouTube, and it's like doubled my views. And I recommend this with your social media platforms too. If you're someone that resells on Instagram or on platforms like that, make some Instagram reels, make some posts, put some hashtags on those posts. Put yourself out there, make some content for your page, make your reselling page something that people want to come to, you know what I mean? Or something that at least they'll remember, And when you're putting content out there too, it helps promote your page, gain it some more followers, right? So that's the main thing too. The main reason that I'm able to sell stuff so easily on my Instagram page is because I almost have 7,000 followers on my reselling account. When you almost have 7,000 people following a resale account, people are gonna see your stuff and people are gonna see what you post. I only sell stuff on my story now, to be honest. I mean, I could still post on my I could still post on my. I mean, I could still make a regular post, but it's just way easier. I can just post stuff on my story and update it. What's the current offer, things like that. It's very simple. So that's just what I recommend. Work on getting some followers, following some people in your local area. Use those Instagram reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Use all that to your advantage to promote your page. It's right now probably one of the best times to do that. TikTok is crazy hot right now. Same with YouTube Shorts, YouTube Reels. I didn't even realize that YouTube Reels were popular like they were, right? I've been following a couple channels and they've stopped making regular videos and they've just done Reels and they're doing better than they were before. So I've been doing both, you know what I mean? And I'm definitely going to keep with it. So that's just something I recommend right there. And of course, use it to your advantage. There's so many different social media platforms, so don't miss out on using, these ones to your advantage, especially while they're hot right now, like TikTok, things like that. Like, it's not going to be hot forever, but you can definitely catch some steam there. And also, whenever you're, paying for stuff, selling stuff, things like that, only use protected services. I see a lot of y'all send me Instagram pages, right? And in their, description or bio, it'll say Apple Pay and Cash App only. And I just want to say that is the most sus thing of all time. If those are unprotected payment methods, Zelle, Apple Pay, Cash App, unprotected. If you send someone money through those platforms, they don't have to send it back to you. They won't have any consequences, you know what I mean? You're going to lose your money. That's what's going to happen. So really don't send money through those platforms. Only try and do your first deal through PayPal Goods and Services, a protected platform where if you don't get what you're promised, or you don't get anything at all, you can open a case and get your money back, right? So think about using the right payment methods. It's very important too, especially if you're joining like these Facebook groups. Very, very important. Facebook groups are a really good place to sell shoes, especially locally, find shoes locally, whatever it is. But the thing is about Facebook groups is that there are scammers. As there are on Instagram, anywhere, there are scammers. So never trust a deal that's too good. Of course, always try and look for some references and see if they'll do PayPal Goods and Services. Always try and check this thing. You got to make sure you're double checking yourself and not getting caught up. So that's very important right there. And I kind of, one more thing I recommend right there, just payment methods, very essential. Kind of really goes hand in hand with when you're selling stuff and on these different platforms. So that's one thing there. And of course, my final tip, a very obvious one: sell at the right time. Be confident in your holds, and be confident when you sell them too. Just realize that there is no shame in making money. All right, and here's what I mean by this. I mean, it depends on what it is, obviously, but more or less what I mean by this is if you sell something 1 month from now and it's worth $100 more 2 months later, and you're like, oh man, that's like a few $100s I missed out. Like, let's say there was like 5 pairs that you were holding, you missed out on that extra 500 from holding it for an extra 2 months, but you already had made money originally. Look, if you had already made money originally, then screw the hold. It doesn't matter at this point. You've already made the money. That's in the past. You know what I mean? Just move on. So that's kind of the thing I like to, kind of approach this with, and kind of what I take into account. Yeah, sell at the right time and be confident in what you hold. If you're not confident in what you're holding, then sell it, replace it. Don't hold it. So that's kind of my advice and kind of my best tips and tricks I got for you guys right here, with kind of 5 ways and also kind of 5 tips I'm using right now to resell sneakers during the sneaker market crash in 2022. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys and really informational. That's the main thing. I'm trying to be informative and kind of help y'all out. Pretty short and simple video, actually right around the length I'd want it to be, not too long, not too short. So yeah, again, if you want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, feel free. And of course, you can subscribe and like for more content like this. I always try and keep it simple. I know I said the like goal was like 272, something random like that. So let's see if we can do it. And yeah, that's really the basis to it. So of course, stay tuned for more content like this. I have no problem with it, of course. Of course, I don't have a problem with it. The more the better, I'd love to see more of you guys here commenting, doing anything like that. And I'm going to be staying consistent with content. Don't worry. I'm going to get like a reel and YouTube video out today probably. So little 2 things right there. We'll see. But I got to go mail some shoes and stuff like that anyway. So I'm Tristan. Much love. And hopefully I will catch you on the next video. Maybe? Huh? No? All right. Whatever. No, I'm kidding. I will see you there. Yeah? All right. Peace.